a student gets a late pass, and then they wander around for 30 minutes, and now they know the late pass is gonna make them look foolish, they just say they're getting it.
Okay.
You're talking about bathroom pass?
He's talking about
No.
late pass, kids get in a little
I'm
late.
confused.
No,
get a
no,
late
I'm
pass.
talking about bathroom pass.
Oh, they're back to the colored sheets.
The colored
Yes.
sheet.
Oh,
Part of that
They're-
is
they're
that,
not getting one.
Ely, part of that is people, not everybody, but some people are not picking them up until Monday morning or
but
Monday afternoon.
you
Okay.
can know whether that's the case, because if those kids all follow each other, then all of them won't have their
That's
pass.
right. And some of them do.
It'll be the ones that are late to school. They're like, they'll either not come first period,
You're right.
or they'll be like the late to first period and then they skip. Like they're like 10 minutes late and then they wander around. Yeah.
So somehow they have to get them. Even if
Ely,
they're late, they have to
honestly,
get 'em.
I think it's more what we just
I
heard
put it-
Jacob said.
I put it on
It's
the
more
kid.
students who are not in that first period.
Do not let them go to the bathroom because they don't have one.
I don't have an answer for
That's
that.
the bottom
But
line. Bottom
here's what
line.
I do.
We can discuss that.
Here's what I do. I say, listen, who is your
So
first
the lead
period
sheet is the one
teacher?
who prints them. He
In
prints
your
them out
passing
teachers.
period, you need to go
Teachers
there.
pick them up
Okay,
from
that's what I said.
the
Because if
staff
they're
level.
missing class, then that opportunity wasn't denied to them. They just weren't in class.
But then they'll lie and say they never got one. And that
What
he
then,
didn't give
but,
them one.
but Jacob just said it.
Yeah.
Because they're a cohort, they all follow each other.
Mhm.
Ask the rest of the class, did y'all get
No,
y'all?
that's, in fact, that's how I found out that they were lying. 'Cause the one kid said to me, said, look, I got one to see you. So I said, okay, he got one.
Yeah.
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 So
My opinion is, I don't think it's on the teachers. I think the teachers, after the first marking period, we're on that.
It's the ones who don't have their pass, at least in our group, it's always Colin and Anari and kids that keep showing up late.
Mhm.
And they either don't show up the first period, so they only get here seconds, and then they don't have their sheet,
Mhm.
or they show up like 15 minutes late and then wander the halls for the next 30, and then end up not going to the first period to even get their sheet. Or they'll come like the last 10 minutes of class, and the teacher forgets to give it.
Listen, I'll give you a good example. Ely,
What do we do?
Ely, I'll give you a good
Ninth
example.
period comes and they don't have one.
I would say to that student, guess what? You didn't pick up your sheet. You didn't collect it from your teacher. You need to be responsible for this thing
Okay.
at passing time. I'm let you, you done messed up right now.
Okay.
You're gonna have to wait until the passing time. Go directly to your teacher during passing
There you
time.
go.
Get that sheet. Ask them, Miss Frazier, ask whoever it is for that sheet. Get that from them. Be responsible for this. If it's our group, where it's two of us, I can walk them down and get it. But I don't like it because I end up interrupting Miss Green and Ms. Frazier all the time over these sheets because these kids are showing up late.
There was an incident.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say names.
Okay.
Where a student had to use the restroom, was denied.
Yeah.
And then
So they didn't have a pass.
I don't know
Okay.
if it was
Okay.
because they had a pass or
Right.
not.
Okay.
This person probably had a pass. It's typically a
Yeah.
good student. The student ended up just peeing in the
Okay.
classroom.
What I will tell
year.
students is, listen, I can't write you a pass right now because you don't got your pass sheet. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta go to your administrator or Mr. Mason. You gotta beg for their compassion and mercy, and maybe they'll let you in. All right? If
So
you
you
do,
just let them out of the room.
no, I'm saying I can't let you.
I mean,
you have-
you-
We never. listen,
I'm telling
listen,
them, I'm not gonna be upset if you walk out the room and just appeal to your administrator
Yeah.
for this, because they're not gonna, because the thing is that I got kids like Anari who has a pass. I'll give you an example. Anari has passes. She finds a way to sneak a second one.
Yeah.
And she'll tell me she doesn't, just so that I'll just make an exception so she gets to go one more time that day. So that we got some sneaky kids that will say they don't got passes. We just can't believe them off the, you know what I mean? We have to make them
Right.
responsible for this as much as possible.
Then
So
they
you
borrow
say,
each other.
But-
I can't help you,
I-
you may leave.
I'm
the
not allowed to
room,
write you a
like-
pass, but
Yeah.
but
I'm not gonna stop you
here's my-
from walking out.
I'm not gonna stop you from
I'm
walking
not
out,
gonna stop
but
you
I
from-
would say right now,
Yeah.
if you are
You're gonna
having,
get back
but
in
I'm-
until you get a pass.
if you're having a
I
genuine
like that.
medical emergency, if you're having a
You hear
genuine
what- I like
bathroom
that.
emergency,
I didn't hear, I'm,
sorry, I would say to the kid, if you're having a genuine bathroom emergency, please just go talk to your administrator or Mr. Mason, beg their mercy. Maybe they'll be kind on you.
I go one step further.
Yeah, go ahead.
I let them out. I do
Yeah.
that, but I tell them you can't come back unless you have that pass.
Okay, yeah, get a pass from Mr. Mason, your administrator comes back.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
accountability.
That's the
Yes.
accountability.
To make
Yeah.
sure that it's not a game.
Yeah.
It's not a
Do
game.
y'all like that? You like that, Mr. Moore?
you want me to add that into our minutes?
Yeah,
I
please.
think
Are you
it
okay with
makes sense.
Yeah, no.
So say a student says they don't have their colored sheet. The
And they just
The-
gotta go.
the first thing a teacher should probably direct them to is, okay, I can't let you go right now, but I want you to, as soon as this period is over, during passing period, go to that teacher. We can't do it now because we can't interrupt instruction of a classroom that's going on. but during passing time, go to that teacher, get your sheet, be responsible for this thing, hold on to it.
Mhm.
If they lose their sheet, I don't know, what do you want us to do if they lose their sheet? What's the recourse there? Go to their administrator, beg for forgiveness?
We don't have them, we don't have sheets with us.
I know, I'm just saying like, they can direct them to Ms. Galaney with a pass or something if,
Yeah.
Why don't we put this on action items for next time?
okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't. mean
That's
to-
all right, no,
that's
it's,
okay.
it's a legit concern.
Great.
The concern
I'm
is,
sure it's, a lot of teachers are dealing with it, so,
Period, they have this issue with them.
yeah.
What
Um,
do you do? What
and
do you-
then
what do
if
you
they're
do
telling me
if
it's like, if they're telling me it's a bathroom emergency and I can't, and they don't have their pass sheet and they're not doing it the right way, then I tell them, go to your administrator, go to Mr. Mason, beg for mercy, maybe they'll, and then that way it has an accountability piece. They now have to go beg another adult who knows them, who knows their schemes in the hallway,
Right.
who will make that determination.
say no?
Like, I don't want to, like, because then I don't want to get, because too often when we tell them no to a bathroom thing, they get mad at us and that becomes a disruption of the classroom. So I don't want to say no to your bathroom break. I'm just saying I can't write you a pass because you don't have your pass sheet. You know?
I said, you can go.
I'm not gonna stop you from going out the door, but-
That much emergency, I told you
Yeah.
to go, but you can't come back in unless you have a pass.
Make sure you get a pass from that Mr. Mason or the administrator when you come back. Because I can't let you walk out and wander around and have no accountability.
If they wait until the ninth period
Yeah,
like that, you know, they have to go to bathroom, seventh period,
Yeah.
Fifth period.
I know.
And what were they doing then?
Yeah.
The same thing. I
Like-
gotta go.
and-
back
and the
to
first
pass.
and honestly, the fir-
I do.
The second time a kid comes to me with a bathroom emergency, I call home and say, does your child have any bathroom emergency medical needs that I need to know about? Because, and then like, because Zoe will claim medical emergency all the time.
Who?
And Elianice,
Oh,
last guys,
Elianice.
she'll always claim to have a bathroom emergency. I'm like, listen, I've already spoken to your mom 2 times. She says you got no medical problems in this area, so we should have no issues right now. Like,
And then
you know,
get
you're
put
gonna
off
have to
that
wait
time.
10 minutes like everyone else.
I'm gonna go hard right. All right, transition.
All right, all right.
What
I'll
gets,
ask after.
what gets me is I have students that do a good job
Yeah.
of coming to me and getting their bathroom passes. But when I bring up how we gonna get you caught up on the work that you
Yeah,
missed,
yeah.
no conversation.
No conversation.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yep, no conversation. But they can get that bathroom pass.
I agree.
Okay.
All right, this has already been happening, so thanks to Mr. Roger and Ms. Jackson, but, there's been a suggestion, like, lots of teachers are annoyed that like 2-3 minutes into class, they already got started, learning targets are getting delivered, we're getting warm-ups going, and then we call, hall sweep gets announced, we gotta stop for the hall sweep, and then we have 30 seconds to close your doors, and then it's like, it just drags everything out. What's already been happening, and I'm grateful for it, and I think the teachers are as well, is for the have a warning before the period starts, like say, hall sweep in 30 seconds when the bell's about to ring in 30 seconds, because that trains the kids to be on class on time. Whereas doing the warning after the bell rang,
Oh,
just
this
we're
is an old
teaching.
question. That's why I was
we're
wondering
teaching-
confused. Okay,
yeah.
That's what he does.
We got,
Yeah. He
we-
started changing it.
we
Oh,
gotta change the
yeah, that makes
transition.
sense.
And it makes it so much smoother.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying.
That's what I was gonna say, because yesterday.
He's been doing it this way.
I heard him.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
This-
I-
Yeah.
No, the last, this week and last,
Before
I've been
that-
very grateful.
Before that.
Before that, it was
way
coming
after.
2 minutes after,
Oh,
and then giving them a whole minute
Like a little-
to get there. And it's like,
okay.
now we're wasting 6 minutes of the first period of every day of class. Like, this is
Running.
crazy. Yeah, then they're running. and-
And I like how he does it. Y'all wrap up these conversations. Teachers getting ready to close the door.
Yeah.
It's the conversations I see in here
Right.
during passing time.
Right.
But no, okay, I'm glad to hear that, because I thought this was, I was gonna say we're already doing it.
Yeah. It was a shift over the last 2 weeks. I put this in.
I think they,
Month
they-
ago.
They think it's a game.
They do think it's a game, and it kind of is a game.
They're
you
running.
know?
Oh, so, and they start, that's one thing. for them.
need that adrenaline rush, I guess.
Yeah.
But I get it from
And I
us.
get it, I just think about
Right.
it.
Right. Oh, man.
All right. I think that's our last thing.
Alrighty.
So next time we'll talk about, so we'll touch base on Miss Steele emailing, making sure that that's working for us. And then we'll talk about forgotten lost bathroom pass sheets. In a little bit more detail. And we can work it. Yeah,
I
we
do
can-
have one other item that came from Team A. Hall
What's
A.
that?
So as you guys, know,
And Miss Steele just emailed us.
we have been doing, the incentive, for
classroom?
attendance.
Okay.
The incentive for no tardies. We did it for Thanksgiving. We're doing one for Christmas. But on the other side, we're also doing lunch detention. So,
Carrot and stick.
so yeah, carrot and stick. So the question is, some parents are feeling like when we remind them, hey, your child wasn't at lunch detention on yesterday, they've been reassigned for today. Or, especially when there's some lapse and because their attendance is kind of shoddy. When teachers circle back to parents are feeling like we're targeting their kids. So my question now is, when the teachers have kind of gone through their steps, what's the role of administration and leadership in terms of making sure that kids don't have a mindset, I ain't gotta go, I'm just gonna cut lunch detention. I ain't gonna get no consequence.
Just talk to Jackson.
I'm just throwing it out in general because we're of the opinion that once we've documented, once we've contacted parents, there should be an expectation that kids don't have a normalization. I ain't got to serve lunch detention.
I'm just saying, you gotta communicate that. They're not gonna just pick that up. I've witnessed how many kids are being sent out of classes during the course of the day. They're every inch of their day is taken. So they're not gonna notice it. You gotta talk to them.
What should be a reasonable expectation? I mean, y'all done,
I'm saying there isn't one, they don't know about this.
yeah.
I'm thinking it's on the radar. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in general, I would say like, okay, so I'm lunch detention, talk to the kid, so they know like, Johnny, today you got lunch detention with me. Be here come to get your lunch, report it back up here. Then you need to probably follow up with whoever is in cafeteria duty, and let them know to release those kids. Like,
Are they eating?
They're not even,
They
they're not
eat
even being
lunch?
released. They're getting it done on the front end of lunch.
Oh, okay.
So then they go to lunch.
Oh, during crew lunch detention, sir.
No.
No.
No, when the lunch period starts, they.
After crew, they go straight to the
Right.
detention.
Oh, okay.
15 minutes is up, they go down.
Oh, it's 15 minutes and they only have 15 minutes to eat. I get you.
Case in point, just yesterday, I was corrected by a teacher because I didn't know what you just said. I told the kid if he skips the lunch detention, it moves to ISS, not the whole thing. And the teacher said, no, I said, oh, I know what I said. You get your food, and you come up or you eat or whatever. She said, no. They go to the lunch detention first, then they go down.
Yeah.
My bad. See, so I didn't even know that.
Okay.
So I'm saying you got to communicate that with both
Yeah.
APs.
Okay.
Including, if and document if the kid skips your. Oh, I know. Also, I saw an email. I can't remember who it was. They emailed one of the APs and CC'd me that the kid skipped lunch detention, and that's supposed to me that moves to some time in ISS. If they're going to say I'm not going, then here's the next consequence.
Okay, well, and that's where I'm headed because some students are feeling like because my mom is backing me,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you.
Move to that.
Let me just rip it up right in front of you. I ain't going.
Yep. That's a higher. That's a.
Yeah. It probably would be good to call the mom and say, listen, Johnny has lunch detention with me. If Johnny skips again on the second time, I'm writing it up to the administrator, which is probably gonna make it go to ISS.
Yep.
So don't tell Johnny when you see him, please go to the lunch detention, or he's gonna spend a period or two in ISS instead.
That totally invalidates our.
Right.
Do this.
One of the reasons I don't do lunch detention is because I have kids that just skip it.
Craft an email per me from building committee. But what we're just saying right there to both of them. So that'll let them know what we're doing. I think that they may not. I think they know, but
We just need a
That'll-
procedure for everyone to follow.
yeah, that if a kid is given lunch detention by a teacher and they decide to skip it, the next step is, and you have a documentation of it. Next step is they have ISS for a period of time, not the full day, but a period of time. They're that next. So they skip it on Tuesday.
The first time, maybe 1 period. The second time, maybe 2 periods. I don't know.
Skip it.
Next,
They
third
skip
time,
it.
4 periods or the all day or
If
something.
they skip it on Tuesday,
Yeah.
the ISS portion is on Wednesday.
What is going with that on with ISS actually? There hasn't been anybody on ISS since 11/22
What do you mean?
on the document. According to
Oh, I don't know about that.
our spreadsheet, no one's been in ISS since. Okay.
And I'm not here to throw anybody for the bus. But I think that maybe administrative, you might want to. I think some administrative intervention might want to be looked